Hi everyone, welcome to Net Success Tutoring. Today, let's have a detailed look into rhymed poetry, which is very important when it comes to UGC Net English examination. So, what is rhymed poetry? It is a poetry that contains rhyming vowel sounds at particular moments, or the repetition of similar sounds in two or more words. For example, Sir Philip Sidney's Sonnet 99, Alexander Pope's An Essay on Criticism, Alfred Lord Tennyson's In Memoriam, or you can say Christina Rossetti's Remember, Emily Dickinson's I Heard a Flybus, Wilfred Owen's Strange Meeting are all examples of rhymed poetry in English literature. There are different types of rhyme and they can be classified on the basis of different categories. The first one is classifying rhymes by stressed and unstressed syllables, and you have two examples, perfect rhymes and imperfect rhymes. What is actually a perfect rhyme? It is those words whose stressed syllables share identical sounds, and therefore they're also called as full rhyme, exact rhyme, or true rhyme. For example, stress and dress. Both have final stress syllable with identical sounds. Make What is now imperfect rhyme? It is a word or words that rhyme the stressed syllable of one word with the unstressed syllable of another word. For example, uptown and frown, painting and ring. Another classification of types of rhyme is on the basis of sound. Here it is classified into assonance, consonance, alliteration, slant rhyme, para rhyme, forced rhyme, semi rhyme, I rhyme, identical rhyme, and mono rhyme. Now, let's have a detailed look into what are these classifications. As we all know, assonance is a figure of speech. It can also be described as a type of rhyme involving the repetition of the same or similar vowel sounds. Roof, tooth, cow, sound. The sound oo in roof and tooth, the sound ow in cow and sound are examples of assonance. And what is actually consonance? It is again a figure of speech, also described as a type of rhyme involving the repetition of the same or similar consonant sounds. Cut, mate, half, file. The alliteration. It is a specialized form of consonance or assonance. It involves the repetition of the same sounds, either at the beginning of words or in the stressed syllable of words. For example, Peter Piper picked a pint of pickled peppers. The sound per is an example of alliteration. And now let's have a look into slant rhyme. This is similar to consonance and assonance. It involves a repetition of similar consonants or vowel sounds. It requires the repeated sounds to occur in the final syllable of words. Poncho, crunchy. The ch sound is an example of slant rhyme. And the second example, crate, braid. The sound a. Crate, braid. The sound a is an example of slant rhyme. Now comes para rhyme. It is defined as a perfect consonance. All the consonants in two or more words are the same, as in leaves and loves. Forced rhyme. It includes words with a close but imperfect match in sound in the final syllables, especially when a word is spelled abnormally in order to make the rhyme work. So, this is a kind or type of near rhyme. Youth, shoot, and induth in John Milton's How Soon Hath Time the Subtle Thief of Youth is an example of forced rhyme. Now comes semi rhyme. It is two words share an identical sound, but one of the words has an extra syllable at the end. Time, climb, bing. I rhyme. It do not actually share any of the same sounds. It looks they should because they have the same spelling. Any words that look the same but sound different. Move, love, laughter, daughter. What is identical rhyme? It is just the opposite of I rhymes. It includes words that sound exactly the same but look different. Two, two. Ball, ball. Mono rhyme. It is a term used for a poem that uses a single rhyme throughout. The rhyme scheme for a mono rhyming poem would be just A. Now let's move to the next classification, which is based on their placement within lines. End rhyme, internal rhyme, and broken rhyme. So now let's have a look into what is end rhyme. a rhyme that occurs at the end of a line of a verse in the final word or syllables. This is the most common type of rhyme used in poetry. Roses are red, violets are blue. Sugar is sweet, and so are you. Blue, you is an example of end rhyme. Now, internal rhyme. Rhyming words that do not occur at the end of lines. I drove myself to the lake and dove into the water. Drove, dove. Broken rhyme, also called as split rhyme. It is produced by dividing a word at the line break of a poem to make a rhyme with the end word of another line. As in the sixth stanza of Edward Lear's How Pleasant to Know Mr. Lear. When he walks in waterproof white, the children run after him so, calling out he has gone out in his nightgown, that crazy old Englishman. Actually, nightgown is a single word. Another classification of rhyme is on the basis of emphasis. And there are three classifications: single, double, and dactylic. What is a single rhyme? It is a perfect or slant rhyme in which the emphasis falls on the last syllable. Stop, mop, compare, despair. Double rhyme, a perfect or slant rhyme in which the emphasis falls on the penultimate or second to last syllable. Plunder and thunder, where plun and thun are penultimate syllables. And the dactylic rhyme is again a perfect or slant rhyme in which the emphasis falls on the third to last syllable. Indicate, vindicate, where in and when are third to last syllables. So this is a detailed class or a video on rhymed poetry. If you have any queries or questions, feel free to reach out in our Gmail, netsuccesstutoring@gmail.com. Thank you.